Okay, good day to all science students. In this video lesson, we are going to tackle the Science 8, Quarter 2, Week 4, Discovery and Occurrence of Elements, Compounds, and Molecules. For day 1, Discovery and Occurrence of Elements. So, the objectives: identify common elements and their sources, express appreciation for scientists' contribution to elemental discovery, and describe how elements were discovered and where they occur naturally. For activity, let us answer these questions. He discovered oxygen. Okay, Lavoisier. A naturally occurring metal. Gold. Synthetic element discovered in a laboratory. Okay, californium. Common element in water. Oxygen. Used in nuclear energy. Uranium. Invented the periodic table. Okay, Mendeleev. Gas essential for life. Oxygen. Soft shiny metal. Okay, sodium. Abundant element in the sun. Hydrogen. Ancient Greek theory of elements. Earth, air, fire, and water. Have you ever wondered who discovered gold or oxygen? Were they invented or found in nature? Okay, the chemical symbol for gold is AU and chemical symbol for oxygen is O. Discovery and occurrence of elements. Early theories, ancient civilization believe in the 4 elements. We have the earth, air, fire, and water. In modern discovery, scientists like Lavoisier, Mendeleev, and others isolated and named elements. So, what are the sources of elements? We have naturally occurrence, which can be found in Earth's crust, like iron, aluminum, and oxygen. Man-made or synthetic, or ito yung mga ginawa po sa laboratory, created inside the laboratory, like for example is californium. This is not naturally existing in nature. Examples: gold found in rocks and in rivers. Okay, karamihan nga minimina po ito. Oxygen abundant in air and also in Earth's crust. This is the most abundant element in Earth's crust. Uranium mined for nuclear power, specifically the uranium-238. And before that, we have to discuss first the short history of the development of the periodic table of elements. The periodic table of elements is a common sight in classrooms, campus hallways, and libraries, but it is more than a tabular organization of pure substances. Scientists can use the table to analyze reactivity among elements, predict chemical reactions, understand trends and periodic properties among different elements, and speculate on the properties of those yet to be discovered. The modern periodic table arranges the elements by their atomic numbers and periodic properties. So, ang pagkaka-arrange pala po ng periodic table of elements is based on atomic number and periodic properties. Several scientists work over almost a century to assemble the elements into this format. So, among the scientists who work to create a table of the elements, where from left we have Antoine Lavoisier, Johann Wolfgang Dobereiner, Johann Newlands, and Henry Moseley, and some other scientists that we are going to discuss in this video. In 1789, French chemist Antoine Lavoisier tried grouping the elements as metals and non-metals. So siya pala po yung unang nag-attempt na i-arrange ang period elements based on metals and non-metals. 45 years later, German physicist Johann Wolfgang Dobereiner observed similarities in physical and chemical properties of certain elements. He arranged them in groups of 3 in number of atomic weight and called them triads. Observing that some properties of the middle element, such as atomic weight and density, approximated the average value of these properties in the other 2 in each triad. A breakthrough came with the publication of a revised list of elements and their atomic masses at the first International Conference of Chemistry in Germany in 1860. They concluded that hydrogen would be assigned the atomic weight of 1 and the atomic weight of other elements would be decided by comparison with hydrogen. For example, carbon, being 12 times heavier than hydrogen, would have an atomic weight of 12. British chemist Johann Newlands was the first to arrange the elements into a periodic table with increasing order of atomic masses. So dito naman po ang kay John Newland, inarrange niya based on atomic mass. He found that every 8 elements had similar properties and called this the law of octaves. He arranged the elements in 8 groups but left no gaps for an undiscovered element. So yun naman po ang pagkaka-arrange niya, walang palta or walang gap doon sa mga elements na hindi pa na-discover, na kung sakali may dumating, saan po yun ilalagay. So yun yung arrangement ni John Newlands, using the law of Octaves. In 1869, Russian chemist Dmitry Mendeleev created a framework that became the modern periodic table, leaving gaps for elements that were yet to be discovered. So while arranging the elements according to their atomic weight, he found that they did not fit into the group. He would rearrange them. Mendeleev predicted the properties of some undiscovered elements and gave them names such as Eka-aluminium for an element with properties similar to aluminum. Later, Eka-aluminum was discovered as gallium. Some discrepancies remained. The position of certain elements such as iodine and tellurium could not be explained. German chemist Lothar Meyer produced a version of the periodic table similar to Mendeleev's in 1870. He left gaps for undiscovered elements but never predicted their properties. So the Royal Society of London awarded the Davy Medal in 1882 to both Mendeleev and Meyer. The later discovery of elements predicted by Mendeleev, including gallium in 1875, scandium in 1879, and germanium in 1886, verified his predictions, and his periodic table won universal recognition. In 1955, the 101st element was named Mendeleevium in his honor. So the concept of subatomic particles did not exist in the 19th century. In 1913, English physicist Henry Moseley used X-ray to measure the wavelengths of elements and correlated these measurements to their atomic numbers. He then rearranged the elements in the periodic table on the basis of atomic numbers. So this helped explain disparities in earlier version that had used atomic masses. So ito na rin po yung kasalukuyang ginagamit natin, that the periodic table of element is arranged based on the atomic number. So in the periodic table, the horizontal rows are called periods. Ano po, yung from left to right, ang tawag is period, with metals in the extreme left and non-metals on the right. The vertical columns, called groups, consist of elements with similar chemical properties. The periodic table provides information about the atomic structure of the elements and the chemical similarities or dissimilarities between them. Scientists use the table to study chemicals and design experiments. It is used to develop chemicals used in the pharmaceutical and cosmetics industries and batteries used in technological devices. UNESCO named 2019 the International Year of the Periodic Table to mark the 150th anniversary of Mendeleev's publication. Our researchers and teachers worldwide took this opportunity to reflect on the importance of the periodic table and spread awareness about it in classrooms and beyond. Workshops and conferences encourage people to use the knowledge of the periodic table to solve problems in health, technology, agriculture, environment, and education. Publication houses organize monthly activities such as quiz, contests, podcasts, personal story sections, and industry site tours. These initiatives demonstrated how the elements are integral to our daily lives in medicines, pesticides, and lithium batteries. Okay, let us answer these questions. Who is known as the father of modern chemistry? Okay, Lavoisier. What is the most abundant element in the Earth's crust? Okay, oxygen. Which element is a metal? Among the four, oxygen, gold, chlorine, and hydrogen, which is metal? Okay, that is gold. Which of the following is a synthetic element? When you say synthetic element, that is not naturally occurring or it has been created inside the laboratory. Okay, californium. Lavoisier is known for identifying oxygen. Mendeleev created blank. Okay, the periodic table. What gas do humans need to breathe? Okay, oxygen. Which element is found in table salt? Okay, chlorine. Because the chemical formula of salt is sodium chloride. So most elements are solids. Synthetic elements are made in laboratory.